Hi, baby. I hope you're having a great day. I want to share something from Deuteronomy that the Lord just reminded me of that I feel like all of us kind of struggle with. Deuteronomy 1:26 through 31. But you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God and refused to go in. You complained in your tents and said, "The Lord must hate us. That's why he has brought us here from Egypt, to hand us over to the Amorites to be slaughtered. Where can we go? Our brothers have demoralized us with their report. They tell us the people of the land are taller and they're more powerful than we are, and their towns are large, with walls rising high into the sky. We even saw giants there, the descendants of the Anak. But I said to you, don't be shocked or afraid of them. The Lord your God is going ahead of you. He will fight for you, just as you saw him do in Egypt. And you saw how the Lord your God cared for you all along the way as you traveled through the wilderness, just as a father cares for his child. Now he has brought you to this place." Something that is super important to remember is that the Israelite people, they saw so many things that God did for them and kept them safe and gave them food and protected them through their entire journey, right, to get to their promised land. And in all of the things that they saw with their own eyes and experienced, they still did not fully trust him. When they got to a place where they started to let fear control what was going on, they saw this new place and they were scared because there were people in it and they were going to have to do some hard things to get there. And that fear kept them from going forward, even though they were reminded by Moses, you already know that God is with us. You already know that he is going before us. You already know that he's going to hand over these people to you, and yet you're still scared. Why? You've already seen all the things he can do. We might be surprised that the Israelites could doubt a God who had shown such visible signs of his love and power. But often, when we're faced with difficult situations, we also forget everything the Lord has said and done. Such forgetfulness does not honor God. After all, how would you feel if someone we love and care for said, "I can't trust you"? When fears attack us, we need to remind ourselves that the Lord will go ahead of us and fight for us. It's as simple as remembering that truth, that the Lord goes before us, that we don't need to be scared, we don't need to be discouraged. And yes, that is easier said than done sometimes, but if you actually read all the things that God does to protect us, to keep us out of harm's way, to constantly guide us, like give us all these keys and wisdom for our lives, and you choose to disobey it and wonder why you're struggling still and wonder why you're not where you think you should be, is because you're choosing to believe in the fear rather than have the faith that God is for you and not against you. Sometimes I have those moments of letting fear completely be the thing that my mind is choosing to focus on. And sometimes I even let the anxieties and the temptation of thinking that this will please me now, or it would be easier if I had just waited to do this instead of just doing it. And it's either kept me hidden, it's either kept me away from doing what I know would benefit me, or it's made me feel shame or guilt because I'm not trusting and believing in the promises that God has already stated many, many times. It's not like he just says it one time. He says it many times. So I'm telling you to encourage you now that if you have things that are holding you back, if you have fears that are keeping you stunted, if you are letting your fears be the thing that's dictating how you make your choices and decisions, remember that the Israelite people, their journey would have been way shorter. But because they let fear, and because they decided to rebel, because they decided to take the easy way out of the things that they were supposed to do, they made their journey 40 years longer than what it would have been. So let's not rebel. Let's not fall into the not trusting God, not believing Him. You may not see all the glorious things, but you can read about it. You can hear about it. You can hear how people overcame their biggest fears or conquered giants. You can hear about it. And you can know that if a God can do that for those people, why would He fail now? Why would He take the life that He gave you and fail you? Truth is He's not, and He wouldn't. And He values you, and He values why He made you for a time like this. So, be encouraged and remember that. And if you have to, write it down and put it on a sticky note and put it on your wall. That's what I do. And anytime I feel like I am overthinking things or letting fear dictate stuff, or I'm forgetting, I can remind myself of that truth. The Lord your God is going ahead of you. He will fight for you, just as you saw Him do in Egypt. I love you, baby. I hope you have a good day. Bye.